Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and I'm here with your Money in the Bank review. So, last night I tried something a little different. While watching the matches, I gave little reactions. Don't know if you guys like that. Let me know. I can continue to do those if you so please. But Money in the Bank. What did I think about this pay per view? It was a decent one. It didn't have me on the edge of my seat. I was losing interest in parts, but it was all right. They tried to be eventful at the end. They tried to do a little something there to get people talking, or at least get the ratings up for Raw. And the ratings will increase for Raw. The thing is, if the ratings don't budge or they barely budge or they go up a point, guys, I'm telling you, I think that Raw might get a 2.27 or 2.28 again. I'm telling you, tonight we're going to see that happen. I don't think that we're going to get like this huge boost like a lot of people are predicting. We always fall into the same trap, so I'll do that in my Raw review. We'll talk about that in my Raw review. New Day defeated the Club, the Vaudevillains, and Enzo and Big Cass in the opening match to retain the tag titles. This match was a little bit fucking all over the place. There was also this one part in the match where you could clearly see that Big E has got Anderson up for the big ending, and Gallows is there, and he's like staring at it happening, and I'm like, why is he waiting there? The ref's not holding him back. And then I think it was like, then Kofi comes in the ring, and I noticed he was waiting to give the big boot to Kofi, and I think he misses it. It looked fucking horrible. It did. Like, if Kofi was that late to the spot, then they should have moved on to the next spot and forgot about that, because that just looked retarded. And that just proves that these matches are overly rehearsed. These guys are like doing these sequences by memory. They're trying to learn every single spot. That's, like I said, that's why you don't get the storytelling and the psychology you used to, because it's all about linking together a bunch of fucking moves. And it's like a little bit ridiculous. I mean, he's standing there, like right in the fucking, just staring into nothingness. I'm like saying, he's gonna drop your partner, and he's just standing there, like looking at it like it's a fucking movie. Then you had Baron Corbin defeating Dolph Ziggler. I was happy about this. I love Ziggler. But if they're not going to do anything with him, and Corbin fits the template of a star more, and let me tell you something, Corbin looks like a star. I like that when they were chanting boring, Corbin doesn't get rattled. He just smiles and does this. The guy acts like a true pro, doesn't get rattled. Even Charlotte gets rattled by the crowd. McMahon even got rattled, but Corbin, I like the guy's style. Of course, many people are already rushing, saying, "Oh, this was a decent match," because I'm seeing James Caldwell on PW Torch already. He's already going at it. Oh, Ziggler made him look good. Oh, fuck off. Corbin made himself look good too. Ziggler looked great. They helped each other out. And that's bullshit, because Ziggler tripped on the fucking steps and he messed up a spot as well. So, when he was going to jump off the steps and go for the deep six. So Ziggler, like, before you jump on the guy because he's tall, okay, oh, I hate tall wrestlers. Let's fucking, call a spade a spade. Corbin knows what he's doing in there. He looked good. And a lot of people are calling for this feud to end, and I got to say the same thing. End the feud already. Do something different with Corbin. Put him in a big feud. See what he's got. You have idiots saying, "Oh, he's not ready yet." Well, if that's the case, why is he on the fucking main roster? You can make that argument about a bunch of other people. But Corbin looks ready, and the important thing is that Corbin looks like a star. And I think that if they do the right thing with him, which is like never, that he can go far. So yeah, I had this good idea as well that I wrote down here. So they divulge a little bit of a fact about Corbin's past, and I don't know why it took them this long to figure it out. Maybe they said it in NXT, but I don't really watch that much NXT. They said Corbin is a 3-time Golden Glove boxing champion. If that is the case, you know who else was a Golden Glove boxing champion? Mark Merrow. They could get Mark Merrow in there. This fucking legend. And, he might not be a super fucking legend or anything. He's not a Stone Cold, not a Rock, not a Hulk Hogan, but a familiar face. Bring him in, explain who he was, do a video package, and, have him. I know that actually probably Corbin has won more Golden Gloves than Mark Merrow. I think he only won one, but whatever. He's the veteran. He could train Corbin, in the storylines, be his manager. It could work, and it could be a great throwback to the past. Charlotte and Dana Brooke defeated Natalya and Becky Lynch. Dana Brooke is a fucking babe. That's all I want to say. Match was pretty fucking plain. Nothing really to write home about here. Charlotte and Dana getting the win. And Natalya turned on Becky because in the match they cracked heads. I guess Natalya was mad about that. She spazzed out, over losing a tag match. You would think maybe she would turn heel after losing like a world title match, but a fucking tag match. I don't know exactly why this was on pay-per-view, but like so many other matches, whatever. Natalya turned heel. It didn't really have that much of an effect on me. I guess she could be a decent heel, but Natalya is a face. Like, I'm watching her in the ring, and she's like, "Come on, everybody!" Like, wow, what a generic face. So, yeah, let's try heel for a little bit. Let's see if that works again. I got a feeling Natalya is going to go back into obscurity in a little while, so, I don't really think this is going to matter all too much. Apollo Crews defeated Sheamus. This match, let me tell you something. This was completely fucking absurd. Sheamus hits a big ass white noise off the top rope, off the second rope, wherever, onto Apollo Crews. Drops this guy. Drops Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews is a nobody. Just because he kicked out of it doesn't make him a somebody. And I get it. They're trying to have him stand up to Sheamus. But the fact that they had I understand if they want to have Crews beat Sheamus. Fine. Go ahead and do it. Crews is talented. But have him reverse the move. He gets hit with the move. He kicks out. And as soon as he kicks out, he does the crucifix and beats Sheamus like that. Do moves mean anything anymore? I mean, Sheamus hits this big ass move from the top rope, and it's not good enough for the win? Not good enough for the pinfall victory? Yeah. Okay. Sure. AJ Styles defeated John Cena. So big match, John, who's back, and this was a good match for what it was. Now, you had Cena selling the leg. It looked like he kind of, forgot to sell the leg midway through. Especially like climbing to the top rope. Like, I liked how they had him struggle to give the five knuckle shuffle, but then he's climbing to the top rope. He's hitting, he counters with a power bomb. AJ counters with a power bomb. And here's the thing. It's like, this is a huge counter, right? And like I said in my reaction, Michael Cole completely butchers everything by barely reacting to big spots during a match. The club runs in, they attack Cena, AJ gets the win. JBL goes fucking ape shit. The match is ruined. He's like, and he's the heel announcer. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand most of the shit that goes on in the show, like the logic behind it. I mean, I know why it's happening because the writers suck and Vince McMahon is like fucking out of touch old man goofball. So, but yeah. Dean Ambrose won the Money in the Bank match. Like I said, there was a great ass during this match. Somebody asked me where it happened. I believe it was when Mr. Overrated Sami Zayn was on the top of the ladder at one point. I don't know, but that was one scrumptious looking ass. Anyway, yeah, so Dean Ambrose won it. It was a good match. I like the part where they were all on top of the ladders at the same time. They bridged two ladders. That was pretty cool looking, but some dangerous spots that Michael Cole and JBL just they called it like they were watching somebody drinking a glass of water. Just completely unexcited and completely out of it. Rusev defeated Titus O'Neil to retain the U.S. title. They give a big push to Titus. Rusev, mocks his kids, and that's it basically. Making a fucking fool out of the baby face, embarrassing him in front of his kids for no fucking reason at all. He tried to get heat, but that's his push. They give him a push just to fucking lose to Rusev. I'm not saying Rusev should have lost here, but then what's the point of pushing Titus O'Neil? I don't get it. Like I said, if you want to hear more about it, how I felt, go watch my reaction video. So Seth Rollins defeated Roman Reigns, which kind of blew my mind. I was not expecting that. And it was a cool finish. Just Seth Rollins getting the win unexpectedly. It was very unexpected. Dean Ambrose cashed in. It was a good match. I enjoyed it for what it was. But like I said, once again, I got to complain. Seth Rollins, the superplex and the Falcon Arrow. Like, I really thought about it. That move is just, it's like, it looks nice. I think it's a cool move, but it's a stupid move. And when he hits it that late in the match, it's the wrong, like, do it when he maybe is having an adrenaline rush so it makes sense. But when he's just like fucking hitting the move, getting right back up and hitting the Falcon Arrow. Anyway, Dean Ambrose ended up coming in at the end, cashing in. I had a feeling. He cashed in, won the belt. People are losing their minds. They're saying this is going to change the wrestling world, when the truth is, it ain't going to change jack shit. I'm happy for Dean. They did a really bad job, like they do with all the Money in the Bank winners, like Sheamus and the rest of them, and Ziggler, leading up to this victory. But it's interesting to see where they'll go from here. I know that they're not going to do a good job with his title run. It's almost a fucking guarantee. We're still going to get lame promos. We're not going to get the Dean Ambrose I've been talking about for years. The Dean Ambrose that's crazy. The heel Ambrose that we all could, get to know and love. He could be psychotic. He could be a nut job. And, hell, who even knows? He could even be a face. He could be like an Al Snow. Just, I guess, have him more in a serious vein. Anyway, it was a decent pay-per-view for what it was. Like I said, Dean Ambrose is not going to set the world on fire. The YWC, the IWC always thinks that just because things finally went their way, we still have the same writers. We still have the same out of touch McMahons. Stephanie and Vince McMahon at the helm. So why do they think that just because Dean Ambrose is champion? It didn't matter when Seth Rollins was champion. It didn't matter when Daniel Bryan was champion. It didn't matter when CM Punk was champion. Were those great times in wrestling? Not exactly. So why is Dean Ambrose? Why is his title run the exception? Anyway, motherfuckers, I'm gonna do a Raw preview. Maybe I'll do that video where I bury the announcers. Let's see what happens today. If not today, tomorrow. All right, motherfuckers.